The night was quiet on the open plains, too quiet for Jesse Walker's liking. His cattle were restless, shifting in the dark, snorting at shadows. Out here a man could trust the land, trust his horse, even trust his partner, but not always the law. A truck's headlights cut through the night, bouncing down the dirt road toward the ranch. Jesse narrowed his eyes. He'd been expecting trouble, but not like this. Tom McGraw, his old partner, stepped out of the barn, rifle in hand. "Sheriff's here," he muttered. "And he don't come out this late unless there's trouble." The truck screeched to a halt, dust billowing. Sheriff Dalton climbed out, hand resting on his holster, 2 deputies flanking him. His hat was tilted low, face hard as stone. "Evenin', boys," Dalton called. "Got word some of your cattle ain't yours no more. Been reports of brand switching. Thought we'd come take a look." Jesse spat into the dirt. "Ain't no one touching our herd. Every brand out there was burned in by these 2 hands." Tom stepped forward, voice low but sharp. "Sheriff, we've been working this land 40 years. If someone's rustling cattle, it ain't us." Dalton's eyes narrowed. "Don't matter how long you've been working. Law's the law. If I find a mark out of place, I'll haul you both in." The deputies spread out with flashlights, moving among the herd. Cattle lowed nervously. Jesse's jaw tightened. "Funny, ain't it?" Jesse muttered to Tom. "Lawmen never show up when rustlers hit us. But when the herd's fat and healthy, suddenly we're the suspects." Tom gave a grim nod. "World's changing, Jesse. Ranchers like us, we ain't got power anymore, just dirt under our nails." Minutes felt like hours until one deputy shouted, "Sheriff, got something here." Dalton strode over, flashlight beam cutting through the dark. On the flank of a steer, the brand was blurred, as if someone had tried to burn over it. The sheriff turned back, eyes cold. "Looks like tamperin' to me. You boys care to explain?" Jesse's voice rose, hot with anger. "That ain't ours. Someone's been cutting fences, running cattle in, trying to pin it on us. You know damn well rustlers been working this county for months." Dalton smirked. "Or maybe it's just easier to blame shadows than admit you boys got greedy." Tom stepped forward, his weathered face lit by the moon. "Sheriff, you listen close. We built this ranch from nothing, nearly froze to death in winters, starved in droughts, and buried kin out here. We ain't thieves, we're ranchers, and you best think twice for you call us criminals." For a long moment, the air was heavy, thick with silence and standoff. Deputies shifted nervously, hands near their belts. Horses pawed at the dirt. Then, from the distance, came the sound of an engine. Another truck barreling down the road. A battered pickup tore through the field, 2 masked men in the back, rifles raised. They fired into the air, scattering cattle rustlers. Dalton spun, cursing. "Get down." Shots cracked in the night, cows screaming as they stampeded. Jesse and Tom dropped behind the fence, rifles in hand. Tom barked, "You believe us now, Sheriff? Or you gonna keep pointing that badge at the wrong men?" Dalton hesitated, then nodded. "All right, ranchers, let's clean this up." What followed was chaos. Bullets split the night. Cattle thundered across the pasture. Jesse squeezed off a shot, sending one rustler sprawling. Tom cut across the corral, spooking the herd to block the pickup's path. Deputies returned fire, the air thick with smoke and dirt. Finally, the rustler's truck skidded out, tires tearing across the plain, taillights vanishing into the dark. Silence returned, broken only by the ragged breaths of men who'd just stared death in the face. Sheriff Dalton lowered his pistol, breathing hard. He looked at Jesse and Tom, the ranchers standing tall in the moonlight, rifles still smoking. "Guess I owe you boys an apology," he muttered. "Didn't figure you were the kind to stand with the law." Jesse holstered his rifle, voice steady. "We ain't standin' with the law, Sheriff. We're standin' for what's ours. For the land. For the herd. Law or no law, we protect it." Tom stepped up, locking eyes with Dalton. "Remember this. Sheriff ranchers may not wear badges, but out here we live by a law older than yours. It's called survival." Dalton gave a slow nod, respect flickering in his eyes. "Maybe so, maybe so." As the deputies drove off, dust trailing behind, the 2 ranchers stood in the quiet night, cattle settling once more. Jesse broke the silence. "Funny thing, Tom, tonight we fought side by side with the law. Tomorrow, who knows? Might be back to fightin' 'em again." Tom gave a dry chuckle. "Ain't that the truth? But one thing's certain. No man, lawman, or outlaw LL ever take this ranch from us." And with that, the ranchers walked back toward the barn, their shadows long under the pale moon, knowing the fight for their land was far from over.